On TV, director-producer Mike Chikoski was at the Yorkdale Mall in Toronto yesterday, where a shooting took place around 3:30 in the afternoon. Toronto Police Service Superintendent Rob Johnson addressed the media at 5:30. There were no reports of life-threatening injuries. The mall is expected to reopen at 10 o'clock this morning.
Calls to advise us that there had been a discharge of firearm in the Yorkdale Mall. We already had police officers on scene. They responded quickly. What we can gather at this point is there was an altercation between two groups of men. At some point, one of the individuals from one of the groups discharged a firearm at least twice, a handgun. Those individuals appear to have left the mall. They're not inside. We are securing the mall, checking right now for outstanding evidence as well as any suspects. There are no injuries. There's nobody hit as a result of the discharge. We had two people who suffered some minor injuries as a result of trying to exit the mall. I think a leg and an arm injury to two individuals. We are in the process of interviewing witnesses and looking for evidence.
How many people were gunshots?
So there was at least 2 gunshots that I can advise of right now. How many suspects? There are a group of males that were involved. We're still looking at video.
As many as 5, 6, 10?
There are at least three on each side.
Where exactly in the mall were you hearing? Starbucks, Nordstrom?
So it was in the southeast corner, which is close to the security office near the Starbucks.
Is there a procedure in place or an evacuation procedure when something like this happens as opposed to like a fire, say, in the mall?
No, there is a procedure. Oxford Properties have their staff trained, and I can't tell you if that was followed. In this case, it came later. I don't have that information. When we attend, there's procedures that we follow to make sure the property is held and secure. Not letting anybody out initially to make sure it's safe, and also not letting anybody in.
Yes, it's true. You still have a chance. Catch the Ace is still in play. The lineup of people started early again yesterday, with people lining up along Second Line all the way to the intersection at People's Road. As of late last night, the progressive jackpot is at $370,702.50. Lucky ticket holder Don Carter, in the meantime, did not reveal the Ace of Spades, but he did take home the night's jackpot, which was $54,356. On TV's Alex Parr spoke to the lucky winner.
How are you feeling right now after that?
Feeling mighty fine right now.
And you were saying before to the crowd that now you were hoping to maybe speed up that retirement a little bit.
Well, I still have to wait till January 1st, so...
And are there any plans with the winnings? Are you going to splurge and treat yourself any?
Well, no, we're traveling in January, so that'll definitely go towards that.
Awesome. And what was the thought process behind picking number 43?
I was just sitting at home and I had looked at the 6 numbers, and that's the first number that come up.
Well...
And unfortunately, that was not the right one.
But fortunately, $50,000 is still a big number, so congratulations, Don, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Councillor Steve Butland said that the long-awaited meeting between Huron Central Railway supporters and the province's Minister of Energy, Mines, Northern Development and Indigenous Affairs didn't go as planned at last week's Association of Municipalities of Ontario conference in Ottawa. Butland, part of a 2-man task force, said that although they wanted to speak to the minister, they were advised by local MPP Ross Romano that the minister had over 70 meeting requests and they would only get about 15 minutes to present their case. Butland decided to try and meet with the minister outside of the AMO conference, hopefully sooner than later. Instead, the task force did have a meeting with the officials from the Ministry of Transport federally, as well as a policy advisor for the minister. Butland said the advisor suggested that perhaps the reason that Huron Central had been turned out previously was that they were in the wrong program. Both parties agreed that the provincial government should be the first one at the table and then the federal government. Butland said the ace in the hole for the Sioux is Doug Ford and his campaign promise to commit to ensuring this railroad survives. The Federal Court of Appeal has overturned Ottawa's approval of the contentious Trans Mountain Pipeline expansion, but Finance Minister Bill Morneau is pledging to push ahead with his government's purchase of the project. In a unanimous decision by a panel of 3 judges, the court says the National Energy Board's review of the proposal was so flawed that the federal government could not rely on it as a basis for its decision to approve the expansion. The court also concludes that the federal government failed in its duty to engage in meaningful consultations with First Nations before giving the project the green light.
At the beginning, I remember people saying, this is a David and Goliath fight. And it's true. The spirit of the people that I feel behind me was too big for Kinder Morgan. Was too big. The teachings of our culture and our spirit and how we carry ourselves, any of the people up here that represent the nations could have negotiated for millions. But we can't put a price on the things that we love. Everybody here will do anything for their children, for their loved ones, for their relations. The lineage of where we come from is the land and the water. We love it the same way.